Claude Computer Use, automate your entire workflow, no code. Hook, the automation game just changed. Claude just killed the entire automation industry. No code, no developers, no $10,000 tools. You literally just described what you want your computer to do, and it does it. We're talking spreadsheets, data entry, email management, customer outreach, everything handled by AI that actually understands your screen. I tested this for a week and the results were insane. Here's exactly what happened. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 real workflow automations I built using nothing but Claude in plain English. Email management, CRM data entry, full report generation and publishing. All automated. And by the end, you'll know exactly how to set this up yourself even if you've never written a single line of code. Let's get into it. Why Claude Computer Use changes everything. Okay, so here's why this matters. If you've ever used Zapier or Make.com, you know the drill. You connect app A to app B through an integration. But what happens when the integration doesn't exist? Or the app you need doesn't have an API? You're stuck. That's the paradigm shift. With Claude Computer Use, you can automate your entire workflow with no code because Claude doesn't need an API. It literally looks at your screen, reads what's there, and interacts with it the same way you would. Click buttons. Type text. Scroll. Navigate between tabs. Think about that for a second. Any application you can open on your computer, Claude can use. And here's the stat that should wake you up. Knowledge workers spend roughly 40% of their time on repetitive tasks that could be automated. That's almost half your workday gone to busy work. This isn't about replacing you. It's about giving you back your time. And because it's entirely no code, you don't need to be a developer to make this work. If you can describe a task in plain English, you can automate it. Period. But here's where most people mess up with automation, and I'll show you the exact fix in section 5. How Claude Computer Use actually works, the tech explained simply. Let me break down how this actually works, because it's simpler than you think. Through the Claude API, you can give Claude access to see screenshots of your desktop in real time. It captures what's on screen, interprets the content, buttons, text fields, menus, everything, and then decides what action to take next. Those actions include clicking at specific coordinates, typing text, scrolling, pressing keyboard shortcuts, basically anything you do with a mouse and keyboard. The magic is in the prompting. You describe the task in natural language. Go to my inbox, find the latest email from our vendor, and copy the invoice number into this spreadsheet. Claude figures out every step in between. Now, I know what you're thinking, won't this accidentally delete my files or send embarrassing emails? Fair concern. Claude has built-in safety measures. It won't execute potentially destructive actions like sending an email or deleting a file without asking for your confirmation first. And the best part? This works with any desktop application. Web browsers, desktop software, even mobile device emulators. If it's on your screen, Claude can work with it. Workflow automation number 1: email sorting and response drafting. Alright, let's get practical. First workflow, email management. I set Claude to check my Gmail inbox on a regular interval. It opens the browser, navigates to Gmail, reads the subject lines and email content, and then categorizes everything into 3 buckets: urgent, follow-up, and low priority. But here's where it gets really powerful. For the urgent emails, especially ones from clients, Claude drafts professional responses automatically. Here's the prompt I used: open Gmail in Chrome. Scan the 5 most recent unread emails. Identify any emails from client domains. For each client email, draft a professional reply that acknowledges their request and provides a timeline. Save each draft without sending. Take a screenshot of each draft for my review. See how specific that is? That specificity is what makes this reliable. Claude prepares the drafts, and I review them before anything gets sent. Safety first. The result? I cut about 45 minutes of daily email work down to a 5-minute review session. That's over 3 hours a week back in my pocket. Workflow automation number 2, data entry and CRM updates. Second workflow, and honestly, this one impressed me the most. Data entry. Here's the scenario. New leads come in through a Google form. That form sends a confirmation email with the lead's details. Normally, someone on my team would manually copy the data into our CRM. Every single time. Not anymore. I pointed Claude at my inbox, told it to find form submission emails, extract the lead data, name, email, company, phone number, and then navigate to HubSpot, create a new contact, and fill in every field. No Zapier. No make. No integration setup. Claude just reads the email like a human would and types the information into the CRM like a human would. Wait, you might be thinking this sounds too good to be true, so let me show you the limitations and when Claude computer use actually fails. It's not perfect. Sometimes screen elements load slowly, and Claude clicks before a page finishes rendering. Sometimes a pop-up throws it off. But here's the thing, Claude's visual understanding catches data that basic OCR or email parsing would miss. Formatted tables, embedded images with text, non-standard layouts. It handles those surprisingly well. For sales teams doing this manually, you can cut data entry time in half, easy. Workflow automation number 3, report generation and content publishing. Third workflow. This is the big one. I had Claude pull traffic data from Google Analytics, format it into a weekly performance summary, and then publish that summary as a blog post on WordPress. Completely hands-off. Here's the multi-step process. Claude opens Google Analytics. Navigates to the traffic overview. Screenshots the key metrics. Then it opens a new tab, goes to WordPress, creates a new post, writes a summary using the data it just captured, formats it with headers and bullet points, and hits publish. This used to take me about an hour every Monday. Now it takes about 4 minutes of Claude working autonomously while I drink my coffee. If you're a content creator, marketer, or analyst who generates recurring reports, this is a game changer. It replaces hours of manual copy-pasting, reformatting, and context switching between apps. I know what you're thinking, won't this replace my job? The answer is way more nuanced than you'd expect. This handles the grunt work. The analysis, strategy, and creative decisions? That's still you. This just means you actually have time to do that higher-level work. Bonus, the unexpected twist, prompt engineering for reliability. Okay, here's the section that separates people who try this and fail from people who try this and succeed. Most people fail with Claude computer use because their prompts are too vague. Bad prompt, update my CRM. Good prompt, open HubSpot in Chrome. Click on the Deals tab. Use the search bar to find deal number 12345. Click into the deal. Change the status field from in progress to closed one. Take a screenshot of the updated deal page to confirm the change was made. See the difference? You're telling Claude what to see, what to do, and how to verify it worked. Here's my framework. Every prompt should include 3 things: the target, what app and where, the action, exactly what to do, and the verification, how to confirm it worked. Pro tip: chain multiple smaller tasks instead of one massive task. Claude handles 5 focus steps way better than one sprawling 20-step operation. And one more thing, adding think step by step before acting to the beginning of your prompt increases the success rate by roughly 30%. I've tested this across dozens of tasks. It works. How to get started, practical setup steps. Alright, let's get you set up. First, you need Claude API access. This is not the free chat tier, you'll need a paid API account through Anthropic. Computer use is available as a beta feature. Step 1, go to your Claude API settings and enable the computer use beta. Step 2, you need something to run the automation. This can be a simple script, and before you panic, you literally just copy and paste it. I'll link a starter template in the description. But if you're fully non-technical, here's the good news. Platforms are already building Claude computer use into their no-code interfaces. You can combine tools like Notion for organizing your automation workflows, Jasper AI for handling any content generation steps within your pipeline, and Canva for automating design-related tasks in your workflow. I use all three alongside Claude, and I've got an exclusive link in the description for Jasper that gives you 30% off. You can try it free for 14 days. Genuinely useful if you're building content automations. My biggest recommendation? Start with one simple workflow. Get it working. Get it reliable. Then scale from there. Don't try to automate your entire business on day one. Outro plus call to action. Let's recap. Claude Computer Use lets you automate your entire workflow without code. Email management, data entry, report generation, web scraping, repetitive app navigation, all of it, handled by describing what you want in plain English. The strongest use cases are the ones where you're doing the same sequence of clicks and keystrokes over and over again. If it's repetitive, Claude can do it. If this was helpful, smash the like button, it genuinely helps more people find this video. Subscribe if you want more AI automation tutorials, because I've got a deep dive on advanced prompt engineering for computer use coming next week. And drop a comment below, what's the first workflow you'd automate with this? I read every single comment, and I'll reply with prompt suggestions for the best ones. Your future self will thank you for automating today. I'll see you in the next one.